I Shalom Makim. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakah Kwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that teaches the word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And today I just want to title this lesson Psalms 124 because pretty much within that chapter, Psalms 124, pretty much uh, it pretty much lets you know that it only is going to take divine intervention, man. The help is going to be in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It's not going to be any external or carnal way we're going to get out of this situation, which is Jacob's trouble, that time to come, the time of evil, man. You know, it's going to take the help of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, pretty much a higher power stepping in on men's affairs, man. So matter of fact, I'm gonna start off Psalm 124, and I'm gonna get the last verse first, just because it sums up what that chapter is about, man. You know, so this is Psalms 124 and verse 8. It says, "Our help is in the name of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Shai, who made heaven and earth." See, so you can see our help, our aid is in the Lord, man. In Yahweh Hashem Shai. You know, it said the one who made heavens and earth, man, because it's the Lord. He's the one that's creating the scenarios. He's the one that's officiating these different things that's playing out on planet Earth. And it's going to be him that's going to step in during these certain situations that play out, man. But I want to get this word help because it says that our help is in Yahweh Hashem Shai, pretty much. So let's get that real quick. So this that word help, Strong's H 5828 Izar, and it says help, secure. Yep, which means pretty much an aid. It says one who helps. Oh, Yahweh is the one that's mighty to save. Which we in the process of deliverance now, man. Which starts by the way of this truth. Us getting, receiving this truth, the teachings of Yahweh Shai. But that it grows and it's going to ultimately perfect into that ultimate form of help or aid when the chariots come, man. And it's a build to us getting this truth and then being preserved during the time of Jacob's trouble, all the way up to seeing the salvation of our Lord Yahweh Shai, man. But it said one who helps. So it's going to be the Lord. He's the one that's going to help. That's the only way you're going to get out of the situation is through the Lord Yahweh Hashem Shai. So matter of fact, let's get this word secure. Matter of fact, let's just get that real quick. So this that word secure, just a regular Google definition, and it reads assistance and support in times of hardship and distress. See? So, and because the Lord is not like, the Lord, will throw a bone to you every once in a while. But the times of trouble is not when you lay on your bill. See, the time of trouble is when your life is at stake, man. Where pretty much it's going to proceed to be a dead end, at the end of the day, man. That's when the Lord come in. It says assistance. Matter of fact, let's get some real quick. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 19, and in verse 20, it says, "For in all things, O Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, thou didst magnify thy people and glorify them, neither didst thou lightly regard them." See, so the Lord, it's not like Yahweh Hashem Yahushai forgot about us, man. Because Because in this process, this is how the Lord's going to magnify his people through preserving, you know, us through these said powers, man, through these certain situations to let you know there is a higher power. You know, it says, but did it assist them in every time and place? See, so Yahweh Shema Shai is always there, man. You know, so he's our secure, man. He's going to assist us in the times of distress and hardships, man. When there's a famine, tell you that the Lord is going to feed us, man. You know, when this devil, I'll tell you that when a host encamp around about us, we're going to be confident in that situation. Why? Because Yahweh Shema Shai is going to step in on our behalf, man. You know. So matter of fact, let's get some these similar words on this word secure, and it says aid. See? Well, like I said, it starts by the way it is truth. Matter of fact, let's get something real quick. Because we in the time of deliverance. We in a time of wrath, but we also in a time of deliverance as well, man. You know, so as the wrath increase, the deliverance is also, man. You know, so this is 2 Corinthians 6 and verse 2. It says, for he saith, I have heard thee in a time accepted. See? So in the time accepted was going to be in the same time that vision was going to make sense in the book of Habakkuk. That vision was for a point of time, but that was going to be the same point of time where our prayer is going to be heard. Because now we're crying out for the right things now. You know, we're not, you know, you got Jake crying out for goddamn $15 an hour, you know, instead of crying out for the Lord to avenge of your enemies, or crying out for the planet Earth where dwelleth righteousness, man. That's the thing that we're crying out for, you know. But it says, for he saith, I have heard thee in the time accepted, and this is that time. And in the day of salvation have I secured thee. See, so we're in a time of wrath, but we also in a time of deliverance, man. And it said the Lord have secured thee. How did the Lord aid us? By the way of this word, this precious ointment. We've been healed. And ultimately, that healing process is a process which ultimately going to be fully healed when the Lord comes with healing in his wings, man. You know? But it all goes back to Yahweh Shema Shai. This is not of our own will, man. You know? And in the times of calm, you know, it's gonna be very well known that we never had no power in our hands. Because it's gonna be Yahweh Shema Shai that's gonna get us out of these certain situations that's about to come abroad, man. You know, what it says, and in the day of salvation have I secured thee. Behold, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation. See, so this is the time when the Lord is going to come deliver us, man. But this is, like I said, it's a process. It's a build up to that moment. That this day is the time period was a build up to a certain day, man. You know? And that what a day is going to be, what a time period that we in, what a time period that we're in. Beautiful yet dangerous times, man. You know, we're pretty much, like I said, we coming into the beginning, you know, it says Jacob is the beginning thereof that followeth. We, you know, the scriptures entails of, you know, going, you know, inhabiting different planets and having spiritual powers. We have to get introduced to these things, man. You know, and it's going to be made manifest by the way of Jacob's trouble when the Lord delivers us out of these certain situations. So let's go back to these similar words. It says, aid, help. It says a helping hand. See, it's going to be Yahweh Shai. See, assistance. Yahweh Shai tells you that Isaiah, the 63rd chapter, he's the one that's mighty to save, the right hand. You know, assistance, administration, comfort. Which they said, which stars by the way of the scriptures. Ease, relief, support, guidance. Oh, matter of fact, let's get some real quick. The book of 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. Second Ezra 16 and verse 74. It says, "Hear, O ye my beloved, said the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same." See, so as you can see, the Lord is proclaiming that the days of trouble are at hand, and which when the Lord was talking, when that was being spoken, pretty much it was meant for to be read in this time, because these things were gonna manifest, and as you can see, the Lord says at the end, says, "But I will deliver you from the same," meaning what? That's the only way you're gonna get out. It's not gonna be by no other uh, carnal means, no other. You ain't gonna be able to ramble your way out of this situation. It's gonna be by the way of Yahweh by Shema Shah, because the Lord got certain methods to throw down enemies. It tells you that He can use wild beasts, or He could even deliver Esau to our hands. But it tells you, or even with a cruel word, one cruel word, which that's what we doing now, man. And that's why the scripture also says, "Be still and know that I'm Yahweh," man. Because the only thing we gotta do is just speak. The Lord gonna do everything else, man. You know. But it says, I'm going to deliver you from the same. Oh, it tells you that also in Revelation, the 3rd chapter. I'm going to keep you from the hour of temptation. That's how we're going to be delivered. It's going to take divine. It's going to have to. It's going to have to. Because you got to understand, this entails rulerships. Esau, Esau is about to catch hell. This man don't want to go through that. So he's gonna try to prevent that by any means necessary. But that's when that standard is going to be lifted. So let's go back to 2 Ezra 16 and verse 74 again. It says, "Hear, O ye my beloved, said the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide." See, so it's going to be how by Shema Shah is going to guide us and aid us in that day. And that's going to be a very broad way the Lord's going to, it's going to be a variety of ways the Lord's going to, it's going to be marvelous in that day. And that's what we got to get prepared for. The Lord is about to do marvelous works, man. You got to think the same power that set a ball of fire and suspended it on nothing, man. The Lord's about to show His marvelous works upon the planet Earth. So it says, "And the God of them who keep my commandments and precepts." See, so that the scriptures tells you that. Matter of fact, let's get some real quick. Just bagging up on them precepts, because this is what we're going to have to lean on. The precepts. You got to believe that the Lord, when the famine comes, you got to lean on Isaiah 65. I believe that's what, 13, 14. When it said, "My servant shall eat." You got to trust that the Lord is going to actually feed you in that day, man. So this Isaiah 33 and verse 6, it says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time." See? So this is what's going to keep us stable, by the wisdom and knowledge of the scriptures, man. It says, "And strength of salvation." See? So this is what's going to contribute to the salvation, is believing the precepts, trusting in the words of Yahweh Shema Shah, which that's the doctrine. Believing in the doctrine, trusting that the Lord is the power of heavens and earth, that the Lord did, flood the planet Earth, and preserve. That the Lord did, when that famine was happened during the time of Elijah, that Elijah was fed. You got to believe those things, man. Or in the time Yahweh Shah, it tells you that you couldn't even put all His words in a book. Meaning what? There's no limit to the power of Yahweh Shema Shah. The word start off with Psalms 124. Our power, our help is in Yahweh Shema Shah, who made heaven and earth, man. So there's no limit to His power, man. But do you believe? Because Because it's gonna get to the point where you ain't gonna have no choice. Ain't no other option is that it's something miraculous gotta happen for you to get out of these situations, man. You know? So matter of fact, let's go back to these similar words. Just going back to that word, it says guidance. It says advice or information. So this information is what's going to preserve you. Matter of fact, let's get something else real quick. The book of Proverbs, chapter 2, and verse 10. It says, with wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul. See, so going back, wisdom and knowledge. So to let you know, wisdom and knowledge are key things to have in life, man, because it's continued talked about throughout the scriptures. There are key things that you need to have is wisdom and knowledge and understanding, man. So when it says when wisdom enters into thine heart and knowledge is pleasant to thy soul, and this wisdom and knowledge is concerning the wisdom of preservation, man. You know, I would tell you that in Ecclesiastes 9 chapter, that's the greatest wisdom. You know, that wise man that preserved the city, that was the greatest wisdom. So this is the wisdom of preservation. It says, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee. See, so this advice, you know, or this information that the Lord has given us, this is going to keep this is how we're not going to fall apart, you know, because it tells you that in the book of St. Luke that men's heart filling them for the things that's coming upon our earth. But by the way, this information, we was given heads up on these things. And only thing we can do now is trust in y'all. What else can you do? Knowing that it's about to be an overwhelming military presence here in America pretty soon. There's about to be a great famine. You know, it tells you that in 2 Ezra 16 chapter that sorrow is going to be upon it on every side. So meaning what? Only thing you can do is look up now. Only thing you can do is just hope your help come from on high. Yo, what they say, praying for a miracle. That's it. We won't actually know what that means in that time to come, man. You know, what it said, advice or information. This is that word guidance again. It said advice or information aimed at resolving a problem or difficulty, especially as given by someone in authority. See, which is Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, and this is counsel right here. Pretty much, it said advice, counsel, instruction, direction. See, this is a certain way. This truth, which is going to lead to life. What's the problem of the difficulty we have? You know, we're in a lower state. We, you know, as a whole, our people is finished, man. You know, with this way, this guidance, this advice we was given is actually going to lead us to life. That's why I said direction, said instruction. You know, but that's pretty much it on that. Let's go back. But that's it. The Lord is our security, man. He's our aid, man. And that's what it's going to entail. That's what it's going to have to take. Yahweh Shema Shai to step in on our behalf, man. So matter of fact, let's go to Psalms 124 and 1 now. This book of Psalms 124 and 1. It said, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side, now may Israel say, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side when men rose up against us, see? So if it weren't for Yahweh Shema Shai when this devil stepped on us, man, because we coming to a time where he's about to step down on us, man, you know, and pretty much he got the power of the flesh, man. He got the blessing of the sword, man, you know. So meaning what? If it weren't for Yahweh Shema Shai, this nigga would he would just have his way with us, man. But we're in a time now where the Lord have put a blockade in front of this dude. You know, Esau, even the so-called white man, which is our arch enemy, man. You know, if it weren't for Yahweh Shema Shai, when men rose up against us, it says, then they had swallowed us up quick when their wrath was kindled against us. See, So meaning what? This will be a sure slaughter when that wrath was kindled against us. And we in that time now where pretty much this frustration is being turned into wrath. Matter of fact, let's get some real quick, because that wrath is not just because of um you know you got certain people that are very shallow because of the color of our skin. No, this nigga hate us because of the birthright, man. And he got an agenda where he's trying to get the birthright back. But by the way of this word, this is pretty much foiling his plans. This is this truth. Matter of fact, let's get this real quick. The book of Isaiah, chapter 44 and verse 25. It says that frustrated the tokens of the liars. See? And this is how by Shimei Shai frustrating the tokens of the agenda of the liars, which is the Edomite, the so-called white man. You know, and how is that being done? By the way of the Lord sending forth his prophets. Truth is now have settled upon the planet of earth. Is going through every cracks and crevices. You know, it's pretty much crossing. Dotting every I, crossing every T. Oh, matter of fact, because now Esau, he can't be hid now. You know, matter of fact, let's get that in the book of Wisdom of Solomon 1 and verse 7. It says, "For the spirit of the Lord filleth the world." See, and how is that being done? Through the internet. Yahweh Shema Shai got this word pretty much going forth throughout the internet. It's filling the world. One way, form, or fashion, you know about the way it is, you know this truth. Some way, form, or fashion, either you know that in the Bible not to eat pork, or you know that the Lord is a so-called black man, or even you rhyme past the count and seeing a sign. You just came across this truth, man. But it filled the world. So now the light is shining in the dark place, man. Oh, it tells you that things are being reproved now. You know, things are being measured up to the scriptures, and you see that this devil is found lacking. You know, but it says, "For the spirit of the Lord filleth the world, and that which containeth all things have knowledge of the voice, which is wisdom." It says, "Therefore, he that speak of unrighteous things cannot be hid." See, so by the way of the spirit of the Lord filling the world, Esau is now being revealed, and this is what's leading to his frustration, because Cain thought he was going to get away, man. Out of all this time, this nigga thought he was going to get away, man, and that's what's leading to his frustration, because he understands if he gonna get this accomplished, what the scripture says is going to happen, man. You know, so that wrath is about to come, man. Because he hate Israel, but mostly this nigga hate the ones that had the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Tells you that in Revelation 12 and 17. That's who he really want to get. That's where you got YouTube guidelines. You got certain laws and legislation set in place for you got the FEMA kill list. You know, you got the red list, the blue list. You know, you got censorship and all. You know, so that's who he really want. Why? Because those are the ones that combat that aspect of deception, which that's one of his strong suits, which he's losing now, man. So that's why that frustration is happening. So that's why it says, going back to Wisdom Solomon 1 and 8, it says, "Therefore, when he that speak of," therefore he that speak of unrighteous things cannot be hid. See, so now he's being revealed. "Neither shall vengeance when it punisheth pass by him." So now, meaning what? We in that time, we in that generation where this devil is about to get his judgment. We in that time now where it's not like the next generation where the Edomites is about to pay. No, this is the time where he's going to pay, because we in the time of vengeance. Oh, it tells you that this destruction is for the third part of man. You know, but that's what he's trying to prevent. This is the reason why that wrath is coming. So let's go back to Isaiah 44 and 25 again. It said that frustrated the tokens of the liars, See, and make a diviners mad that turneth wise men backward and make of their knowledge foolish. See, so by the way, it is true they're being confounded. So meaning what? So since they can't lie no more, they clutching on the sword tighter. Which is gonna ultimately lead up to them pretty much drawing it all the way out. For them, ultimately, they're gonna ultimately just come out with it, man. Full fledged military in the streets. Roadblocks. This man gonna come down with great wrath. Matter of fact, let's read this again. Psalm 124 in verse 3. It said, "Then they had swallowed us up quick when their wrath was kindled against us." See, and it's being kindled. Why? Because this word is foiling their plans, man. With his wrath, and those are the characteristics. That's another characteristic of Esau, the so-called white man. Every time it is going back to Cain. Said Cain was wroth. Esau was wroth. Oh, matter of fact, let's get there in the book of what it is, Wisdom Solomon 10. Wisdom Solomon 10 and verse 10. It says, "When the righteous fled from his brother's wrath," see. So as you can see, that was always like such as pride. When you read, most of the time when you read in the scripture, when dealing with pride, it's talking about Esau. And this dealing with that wrath, the dragon, of Cain, of Esau, they all had that wrath, and that's a very personal hatred, which all goes back to the birthright, man. This contributes to his temper tantrum. This contributes to him passing these different draconian laws and legislations. That word mandatory being thrown around more and more because this word and this and this truth, man, and calling him out on these things, man. But it's gonna ultimately manifest to him saying, "Fuck it, I gotta just kill him." Same thing back in the time of Esau. He said within his heart, meaning he counseled about it. And ultimately, he came to the conclusion, "I just got to kill him." Which we once again at the same time, he's about to come to the same conclusion. He's just gonna try to kill us, man. So let's get this again. Wisdom Solomon 10 and 10. "When the righteous fled from his brother's wrath, she guided him in right path." See, which is wisdom, man. But it says she guided him. So it's gonna be, this truth is leading us and preserving us. That's why I said through right paths, So we've been preserved, by the way of this word. And it's going to manifest physically us being preserved out of certain situations, man. It says, "Show him the kingdom of the Most High and gave him knowledge of holy things, made him rich in his travels, and multiplied the fruit of his labors." And you see the key ingredient during all those situations was wisdom as well, man. But you can see it says she preserved him from the wrath of his brother, man. Which that's about to once again come. Oh, it tells you that Yahweh said in the book of St. Luke, we're gonna be in a time of vengeance. We're in that time, man. And it's not like we're gonna be able to, like I said, ramble your way out of this. It's gonna take Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua to deliver us from these things, from the famine, the pestilence, the multiple wars is going to play out, So let's go back to Psalm 124 in verse 3 again. It said, then they had swallowed us up quick when their wrath was kindled against us. Then the waters had overwhelmed us. See, why I said the waters? Because it's going to be a overwhelming military presence here pretty soon, man. Because this is how this man always rationalized things out. I think it's the book of Revelation, a flood came out of his mouth. Because it's going to be laws and legislations that's being put in place now and have been. See, this is all has been in centuries in the making, man, for this agenda to be accomplished. So you got different laws and legislation that go way back through the different presidents and governors and senators and uh, different events that played out throughout the planet Earth, false flags attempts, and you know, it was all that. It was a centuries in the making, man. You know, but it said it came out of their mouth. Meaning it was certain laws and things set up for where the military is going to be involved, and it's going to be justified, man. You know, but it said the waters had overwhelmed us. Matter of fact, let's get something real quick. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 144. So like in Psalms 144 and verse 7, it says, "Send thine hand from above." See? So meaning what? This help is going to come from on high. You ain't gonna have no choice but to look on high for help. Matter of fact, let's get some real quick. This is the book of Psalms 121 and verse verse 1. It says, "I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help." See? So you gotta look from on high for the help, which is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know, what else can we look to? Oh, it tells you, curse be the man that trusts in man. So I mean, you're gonna die if you think a chopper, you're gonna get out in the situation with a 50-round clip. You got your damn mind, man. You know, because Esau is the sword himself, man. But we're gonna look from on high, from which coming our help, which is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. So, but it says, "Send thine," this back Psalms 144 and 7. "Send thine hand from above." See, rid me and deliver me out of great waters. See, an overwhelming military presence of the so-called white man, man. And it ain't just gonna be. That's just gonna be overwhelming. The famine gonna be overwhelming. The beasts of the field, they're gonna be loosened. All these places are gonna be overwhelming. This is Babylon the Great. So meaning what? This place is gonna suffer great plagues, where so much turmoil, as much as the pride was, so much torment, and sorrow is gonna be as well, man. So these scourges are gonna be overwhelming, man. You know, but one of those overwhelming scourges is gonna be Esau's military, man. And it's going to take divine intervention to get out. It ain't not like you got a battle. Call of Duty is not going to save you on that day, man. You know, it says, "And deliver me out of great waters, from the hand of strange children." See, that let you know this time about Esau Edom, the so-called white man, because he is strange. That's why he's the sons of perdition. He's that third part of man. He's like on the outside, you know, but he is the strange children. So that lets you know it's him. And why? What's the reason why behind this man sending forth his military? Because of this troubling message, man. See this message right here. You know, this is and this devil. You know, you can consider as a form of treason, so to speak. And this man pretty much you know, this is ruining his agenda. Matter of fact, let's get some real quick. I know I quoted it, but let me go ahead and get the book of Revelation 12 and 17. It says, "And the dragon was wroth with the woman." See, you see that adjective is once again being used, which that's concerning the so-called white man, man. He was wroth with the woman, Israel. But it's a certain sect of Israel that he's angry with, man. Because you know it tells you that then Zechariah lets you know that Israel really broken up into three parts, you know, but the Lord is gonna save a third part, and that's who this man is angry with. Continue on. It says, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. See? So how's that war being waged? Through his laws and his legislations. You know, his rhetoric what he pushed forth on his media. Even him putting fagos and fingers in your hood. That's war. But that war is gonna manifest, it's gonna blossom to this nigga actually having an M16 in your face. Or to this nigga actually throwing you to concentration camps. Or even coming in trying to and laying the whole house down. Because there's certain orders where certain addresses like you, where this man just gonna lay the whole house down. So certain America's not going to get the luxury of even going to a concentration camp. Yeah, I mean, you know, but it says, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. See, so that's who the main target this man is looking for, man. You know, because the ones that keep the commandments and the testimony of Yahweh Shai, which pretty much having a doctrine, you know, this is like I said, this is what's frustrating his tokens. This is what's ruining his plan. This is why his you know, he can't take a step further. It's because of this word and the carriers of it, you know. And so that's why it's going to take divine intervention. Matter of fact, let's get that in the book of Isaiah 59. You know, because the Lord, hey, he's not you know, shy about showing his power. You know. Hey, Lord, it tells that he you know, he brings his judgment light every day. The Lord shows power every day. But it's gonna be on a mass scale, and it's about to be it's about to be a knowledge. Because he's always the works of the Lord is being done on a mass scale, regardless. But in the time to come, it's about to be acknowledged that it's Yahweh Hashem outside that's been doing all this, man. You know? So this is Isaiah 59 in verse 19. It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west. See? and his glory from the rising of the sun. So meaning what? It's going to be Yahweh Hashem outside. His name, the name of the Lord is about to be very well renowned pretty soon. We in the beginning stages of that. Where it's about to blossom. You know, it's about to blossom, man. From the west to the rising of the sun, man. So the whole it's about to be very well known who Yahweh Hashem Shai is. It says, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, see? The flood of ungodly men, man. The floods of strange children, man. So when this overwhelming presence of this devil, he coming in, you know, by the way, this military, because you said that word mandate is being thrown around more. And you got to understand that it's the military that's the one that's distributing the jail, man. They here now. He's finally showing his teeth. So when the enemy come in like a flood, it says, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. See? So matter of fact, let's get this word standard. Let's get this word standard. Because that's what it's going to have to take. It's going to have to take a standard. You know, the Lord, it tells you that in Revelation the 6th chapter, he was given a great sword, meaning what of the highest degree. That's why, you know, you got guns and missiles and tanks in this age, because this is where his blessings was going to play out to the fullest, man. So imagine that against people that don't even have a standing military, you know. They don't got their currency or a seat at the UN. So that nigga with all that versus the poor and needy, it's gonna have to take divine intervention, man. So like, I don't know why this taking so long. Okay, so let's get this. Let's get this word standard. And it says to flee, escape. And matter of fact, Let's see what that word escape. Because that word escape is a very intense word. That's a very intense word. That word escape. So this is the word escape. Google definition: break free from confinement or control. See, so break free, get away, get out, break free. Let's see. Clear out, fly, beat a hasty retreat. Ooh. To avoid something unpleasant. Let's see. Um. Damn. What did you have? Okay, select it. Let's see. Okay, it's more said elude or get free from. Succeed in avoiding or eluding something dangerous, unpleasant, or undesirable. See, which that's not going to be of our own accord. It's going to be of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know, matter of fact, let's get some real quick. This is the book of Second Ezra 9 and in verse 7. It says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape. See, so to let you know, in that time to come, you know, that's going to be a very intense time where you got to escape from a situation. You got to escape. You got to, you know, elude something that's unpleasant, undesirable, something that's dangerous. Oh, it tells you that we're coming into perilous times, troublesome times, man. I said what it said back in 2 Ezra 16 chapter again. Sorrows upon it on every side, meaning no relief in sight. Meaning the relief is going to come from on high. Just like how a motherfucker deal with a bad breakup by going against some Ben and Jerry's. What's going to be a point of time when you can't even go home and watch a damn basketball game to escape reality, you know? But that word escape is a very intense word, man. So it says that everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed. See, so you got to believe the report. It starts by that ingredient of belief. You know, that's why concerning the works of the Lord when he was doing those miracles, pretty much it was according to their faith, man. When you read he'll ask you, do you believe? You know, and it also outlined when dealing with Capernaum, he said he did not many works because they believe not, man. You know, so belief, faith is a key ingredient in this. Why? Because it's nothing tangible or corner that you can think of to get out the situation that we're about to come into. Only thing you're gonna say is it was Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know, it says shall be preserved from the said peril. So who's gonna preserve us? Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Who said it? It was the Lord, but it was conveyed by the prophets. And what those perils entail? Famine, pestilence, the sword, which is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. This nigga coming down with great wrath. And you see, you know, they using, by the way, of Creeper Joe as the face of this thing now. This nigga hitting the gas, man. It's all gas, no brakes, man. And each day, it's intensifying. It's getting worse and worse and worse, man. You know? But it says, shall be reserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, where I have sanctified them from me from the beginning. So let you know that's the elect, man. That's the elect, man. So those are the ones that's going to be reserved. The elect. Those are the ones that's going to escape. Oh, it tells you that in the book of Isaiah, the 10th chapter, the ones that escape are the house of Jacob. You know, so going back to this word standard, it says to flee, escape. See, take flight, which that's going to be the climax of this thing, man. We literally going to take flight by the way of getting beaten up to the chariots. Was that's you know I think that's in Psalms 124. Because that's what ultimately that's what it's going to lead to. See, like I said, that deliverance is a build up to that ultimate form of the deliverance. Was us taking flight, getting beamed up into the chariots, man, to depart. And it says to disappear. See, and this word disappear right here, and literally disappear. Matter of fact, let's just see what that just say, because like I said, the Lord is about to do marvelous works in the time to come, man. You know, marvelous verses about to take place. Like, you know, they said we had to get our mind mentally prepared for a famine and all hell break loose, and just, you know, all hell, man. We also got to get prepared for miracles. How else we gonna be preserved? So this is that word disappear. Just Google definition. Cease to be visible. See, vanish. See, this actually going to take place. Fade. And our Lord Yahweh disappear, man. You know, matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Which says that we're gonna do even greater. We're gonna do works that He have done it even greater. So let's get this verse in the book of St. John 8 and verse 58. It says, Yahweh said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, before Abraham was, I am. See, and knowing, and Yahweh, knowing all things, knew that this was going to offend them. You know, just like how this message now is offending these people, man. You know, and that's going to actually lead to this man coming with great wrath, just like in the time Yahweh when he was being born. That message got back to Herod. And what this nigga do, his reaction was to send the military. Well, we once again that same situation. The message have now reached the gates of the nobles. So what's their reaction? Send the military. You know? So going back to St. John 8 and verse 59, it says, then took they up stones to cast at him, but Yahweh hid himself, see, and went out of the temple, going through the midst of them, and so passed by. See, so as you can see, Yahweh pretty much he disappeared and went through the midst of them, man. You know, and guess what? It's gonna be situations where you won't have no choice but hope. That's the only thing that can happen, man. You know, you gotta just hope that that's gonna be the only option. In some situations, we might have to get thrown in concentration camp. That's what the Lord can do a work there now too, man. But a standard is going to be lifted. Miracles are going to happen. Divine intervention is going to take place, man. You know, no matter how much this devil scratch and claw, hey, you know, the waters can only go so far, man. The Lord have put a bound that this man cannot pass, man. They commandment, Psalms 105:15, tell not mine anointed, do my prophets no harm. That's a commandment that they can't cross, man. You know, even when they attempt to do it, they're going to be rebuked. You know, so let's get this in the book of St. John. I think it's 12, 14, 14, and 12. Let's see. The book of St. John 14 and verse 12 said, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, see. So the believe on Yahweh meaning what to believe this doctrine, which this doctrine is not a worldly doctrine. Yahweh said, my doctrine is not mine, but he is that sent me. Meaning, well, this is a heavenly doctrine. This comes from on high. You know, or what the scripture says, my thoughts are not your thoughts. So that's the thing that's written in the scriptures, man. You can you know. Oh, it tells you that also in Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 2, who have the mind of the Lord. So if we believe Yahweh, you know, these teachings and the power of the Lord, it tells you believe that he is. There's no cap to the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. You know? So it says, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also. And we just read one of the words was, he disappeared. You know, that's how he escaped, was he hid himself and went through the midst of them. You know? So it said, the works that I do, he shall do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. And another great work that the Lord did was, hey, he got beamed up. So that's another work, you know. I would say the words that he did, we're gonna do. So how the Lord fed the 5,000 is a man of the Lord in this time period now that's gonna actually feed people, man. You know, Lord was getting the spiritual power to have food materialize and to feed a multitude of people, man. It's certain spirits on the planet Earth that's going to actually get beamed up into a chariot. Because you just read that the Lord said that, the words that he do, we're gonna do. So the same thing the Lord have did, we're gonna do, man. And one of those things was disappearment. Just going back, because this message is troubling, man. So that's going to lead to this man, you know, sending forth his military. So I just want to get a quick example of that. And this is actually going to tie back in to that standard being lifted. So this is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 6. And so like, let me see, 2 Kings 6. Okay, Khan. Yep, this is 2 Kings 6 and verse 8. It says, then the king of Syria warred against Israel and took counsel with his servants, saying, in such and such a place shall be my camp. See? So as you can see, the modern day Syrians are the Edomites. And they're counseling and they're pretty much devising a plan to overthrow us, man. You know, these different plots and plans and schemes and, you know, devices that this man is concocting is set up to overthrow us, man. You know? And this has always been the case with the so-called white man. Ain't nothing changed about this though. You know, ain't nothing changed about this man. He's the same nigga. That's why I tell you that he's that old serpent. And Jake, 2/3 of people about to realize that the hard way. You know? But it says, the man of the Most High, which is Elisha, it says, sent unto the king of Israel, saying, beware that thou pass not such a place, for thither the Syrians are come down. See? And that's what we're doing now. We warning our people. Don't, follow the ways of the so-called white man, because it's full of pitfalls and snares and traps. You know? And pretty much we put it out on the internet. And this is what's like I said, this is what's contributing to this man and his frustration. You know, having Jake repent. You know, that he takes a great fear fell upon that song because we repented. You know, and just even having that, just the information out there that this man is the devil. To have the information about him, you know, his history, how he came up, you know, the different things that he do now. This is frustrating them, man. And we're warning our people of this man, giving them a heads up who the devil is. It says, and the man of the Most High sent unto the king of Israel, beware that thou pass not such a place, for thither the Syrians are come down. And the king of Israel sent to the place where the man of the Most High told him, and warned him of, and saved him there, not once nor twice. Therefore, the heart of the king of Syria was sore trouble for this thing. See, so this advised counsel, which is this truth, is troubling. You know, it says the heart of the king of Syria was trouble. So meaning what? In this modern time, the so-called white man needs counsels. This man is frustrated, man. You know, now his tactics are more aggressive. That's why you got draconian laws is being passed more and more. Then he's being more aggressive now because lying is not working no more. Those are, it tells that let's say to get an advantage of us, but we're not ignorant of his devices. So that aspect is now being taken away. So now he's got to lean on the sword. They're just like one of your arms being taken away. You ain't got no choice but to use the other one. And that's what's going on with the so-called white man. You can't lie no more. So the next step, the sword. So going back, verse 11, it said, therefore the heart of the king of Syria was sore troubled for this thing. See, and he called his servants and said unto them, will you not show me which of us is for the king of Israel? And guess what? In this modern time, what it is, Psalm 64 and 8, that even their own tongue should fall upon themselves. Well, they ain't like they willingly trying to help us out. You know, give the Israelites evidence, but you got certain whistleblowers out there, that expose, certain plans and things in the agenda of the so-called devil. I mean, not the so-called the devil himself, but the so-called white man, the Edomite. You had in a day's time whistleblowers. So it ain't like they doing it knowingly. But you have these devils come out with certain information unknowingly, but they for us though, man. The information out there. It says, and one of his servants said, none, my lord, O king, but Elisha, the prophet that is in Israel, telleth the king of Israel the words that thou speakest in thy bedchamber. See, so this is what's contributing to his frustration. This word coming forth, the truth, because this kingdom is based on lie. Or it tells you that Nahum, woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery, because that what it was based off of. Habakkuk, woe to the city that establishes the city by iniquity. So this is what's uprooting this place. This is why we in the midst of the destruction of Esau. And it's this truth that's doing that. So that's why this is going to contribute to that anger of the so-called white man. This is going to contribute to that great wrath of the devil, man. So going back, it says, and he said, go and spy where he is, that I may send and fetch him. And it was told him, saying, behold, he is in Dothan. Hey, they watching. Therefore, send he thither horses and chariots and a great host, and they came by night and compassed the city about. Once again, this is the plans of the devils. Even though this happened, but with things that were written full time, ran for our life. See, this back then that happened, but that was just a rehearsal for the time of Jacob's trouble, man. That was just a rehearsal for the things that was going to play out on a bigger part. Like I said, we in Babylon the Great. So that means great plays are going to come. So meaning what? These things are going to come at a higher degree. This is not just going to be your regular old potato famine. This is going to be a famine which and cannibalism is going to be involved. This is not just going to be your typical war. It's not going to end off by you just two bombs of No, this war right here is going to entail pretty much when the smoke clear and dust set a whole land mass being engulfed in flames, man. So all these judgments going to come to its highest degree, man. So these things, these certain scenarios that played out in the scriptures back then is going to play out in its perfected form in this time, man. Because this situation, a standard took place. Let's continue on. Matter of fact, it says, therefore he threw the horses and chariots and a great host, and they came by night and compassed the city about. And when the servant of the man of the Most High was risen early and gone forth, behold, and hosts encompassed the city, and both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, Alas, my master, how shall we do? So pretty much he was pretty much falling apart, man, because he seen a great host. It was overwhelming. It was that matter of fact, let's get some real quick. I think it's Psalms 18. Psalms 18 and verse 3. It says, I will call upon the Lord who is worthy to be praised, so shall I be saved from my enemies. See? So that lets you know that's how we're going to be delivered. Calling upon you, how about Shemal Shah? And that just don't entail just calling upon the Lord. You got to believe that name comes with a doctrine, just like a song. A song got a name, but they have lyrics. And you might have songs that come under the same name, but that song is distinct by the different lyrics. So call upon Yahweh Shemal Shah, that comes with a certain vibration and doctrine, man. You know, but the result of that is what? You being saved, being delivered. It says, the sorrows of death compassed me, and the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. See, because we're in the flesh, man. We're going to be in situations when you're going to be spooked. It's going to look like it's a dead end, just like in the time of Egypt. It took all night for the east wind to split the waters. The Lord let the Egyptians hawk us down, which the Lord, he made it dramatic, you know. The Lord made it dramatic. He set it up well, because the Lord could have instantly had the water. We could have got away from the Egyptians scot-free. But the Lord set it up well. He gave the Egyptians time to catch us with us. But ultimately, when you go into the results of it, it was just so we can see the judgment of the Egyptians, man. The Lord lured them in, man. You know? But as you can see that it was overwhelming, the floods of ungodly men. Just like we bring it out now. It was a great host. You know? So just but calling upon Yahweh Shemal Shah, the result of that is going to what? Lead to deliverance. So meaning what? There's no other way, no corner way to get out of this situation but to call upon Yahweh Shemal Shah and trust in the Lord, man. You know, so going back, 2 Kings 6 and verse 16, it said, and he answered, fear not, see? For they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And Elisha prayed and said, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. See, so the chariots, man, you know, the heavenly hosts. It says, and when they came down to him, Elisha prayed unto the Lord and said, smite this people, I pray thee, with blindness. And he smote them with blindness according to the word of Elisha. See? So as you can see, Yahweh Shemal Shah pretty much had Elisha, you know, they was invisible, man. They was invisible, man. Hey, they have been in a time a lot too, man. Get away from the damn faggots. Light turned invisible, man. You know, it says, but it said they were smote with blindness, man. Matter of fact, continue on. It says, and Elisha said unto them, this is not the way, neither is this city. Follow me, and I will bring you to the man whom you seek. But he led them to Samaria. See, so with how about Shemal Shah is gonna deliver us out of these situations, man? And you see that scandal was lifted. It was a they couldn't get out of the city. It was a great host encamped around about the city. So the only way they were going to get out of that situation was to disappear, man. And that's what happened, man. You know. So let's go back to Psalm 124 and verse 4. It said, then the waters had overwhelmed us. See? Esau, the waters is Esau and his military, over that great host, that overwhelming presence. It says, the stream had gone over our soul, then the proud waters had gone over our souls. See, the proud waters. Oh, that's Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Like I said, that's another characteristic. Let you know this time about Esau, pride. That's talking about this devil, man. You know, so when these niggas, when he send that hit, when it's time when that great rap to come forth, Yahweh Shema Shah is going to step in on our behalf, man. It says, blessed be the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, who have not given us as a prey to their teeth. See? Meaning what? The Lord deliver us out of the clutches of this man, you know, from his military. Because that's the defense, that's the weapon of these beasts, is their teeth. Oh, it tells you that in what's that the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter, dealing with that four beasts. His characteristics was the great iron teeth. So how could you get from that nigga? It took divine intervention. Matter of fact, let's get this in the book of Isaiah 31. Isaiah 31 and verse I started at 3. It said, now the Egyptians are men and not the Most High. See? And why is that? Because this devil, he present himself as a god, so to speak, as a power. Like he's the guy. But he's just a man, man. He got to pull your pants just like you do. You know? But how he present himself as that he's the Most High, man. But he's just a man. It says, and their horses flesh and not spirit. See, they got the corner power. That's why I said, curse be man that trusts in man and make it flesh his arm. So you think you're going to Esau your way out of a situation by getting a chopper or any other corner aspect to get out of the situation? No, man. You know, but his flesh is his power was corner, man, and that's what he always leaned upon. When things got tight for Esau, this nigga used the sword. You know, the military got involved somehow. Somehow he needed to send peacekeepers or the National Guard. You know, but it tells you that his teeth is going to be broken. You read it in the book of Psalms, the 58th chapter, tells you the Lord's going to break the teeth of the young lion. You know, so it says, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that hopeth shall fall down, and they shall all fail together. See? For thus hath the Lord spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion run on his prey. When a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. See? So as you can see, this nigga is making a lot of noise, so-called white man. He's passing a lot of laws and legislations. Like I said, those draconian laws, man. But you don't think you think the Lord stepping down? You see things, more things happening. You have brothers being more on fire now because the lion is inching up on his prey. Oh, it tells you, wait ye upon me till I rise up into the prey. See, so the Lord is, dealing with a lion. He gets you in his range where he know that he got you. You know, you dealing with a lion and his kill percentage. He got a high kill rate because he's not gonna stress himself and do too much to try to, no, he's gonna be in his range. Then it's gonna happen. You know, but as you can see, this devil, he's causing all this noise and think he's gonna somehow get it. You know, it tells you that you read the parable in 2nd Ezra, the 4th chapter, we tell those ways took counsel to try to get more territory. No matter how much this nigga toss and turn and have a temper tantrum, guess what? He's not going to pass those bounds, you know. And the Lord is continuing stepping down on this nigga. It says, "So shall the Lord of hosts come down to fight for Mount Zion and for the year thereof." See, so Yahweh Shema is going to defend us. It says, "As birds fly, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also he will deliver it, and passing over he will preserve it." See, since you can see, hey, we coming to the time where pretty much mass death is about to be on display globally, man, especially here in America, you know. And the only way we're going to be defended is going to be from on high. I will to that perfect day where the return of our Lord, we wouldn't be beamed up into those chariots. But you see, as birds flying, which that's aerial, is this how it's going to be defended? It's going to be from on high, man. You know, and the Lord's going to deliver us from the teeth of the devil. And say by these miraculous words, us, you know, let's say disappearing or whatever the case may be. You slipping out some way, form, or fashion, you got to wait. But at the end of the day, you're going to acknowledge that it was Yahweh Shema. Oh, when you read when Peter, when he got delivered, man, see, those events wasn't written just to read about for Easter Sunday. No, man. Those events actually played out on the planet Earth because we're gonna need those things to apply in this time, you know. But you go into it, it tells you that when Peter was going through those different stages of the prison, pretty much when he got at the end, he surely knew it was an angel of the Lord that preserved him, man. You know. But we come into those times once again, man. So let's go back and finish off in this book of Psalms, 124, and we'll read verse 6 again. It said, "Blessed be the Lord who have not given us as a prey to their teeth. Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers." See, the snare is broken and we are escaped. And why it says the bird? Because a bird take flight, and that was one of the definitions of standard. Was that's going to be the ultimate form of the deliverance, is us actually taking flight, going into the chariots, man. You know? So it says, "Our help is in the name of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, who made heaven and earth." And that's it, man. The same power that made the scenario, that created the scenario, that told us, that gave us heads up on it. You know, that's who we got to trust in. You know, matter of fact, I'm going to end off on this. Got one more piece. I'm going to end off on it. Isaiah chapter 44 and verse 7. It says, "And who as I shall call and shall declare it." See, and it's the Lord that's declaring these things that's about to take place before it happens. And this is how the Lord shows that He's the powers of heaven and earth. You talking about a scenario for it to take place, and it's vivid details about it. That means you in control. And that's what the Lord doing. It says, "And set it in order for me, since I appointed the ancient people, and the things that are coming and shall come, let them show unto them." See, and who is them showing unto who? The prophets is showing unto the people, man. The things that shall come. The all hell is about to break loose. That troublesome times, perilous times is about to take place, man. You know, but in that same report, the Lord is going to deliver the elect within that, and that's why we're being reduced to hope, because we know these judgments about to take place when the time of Noah. Till the judgment exceed the waters exceeded the mountains. So meaning what? The only way to escape that judgment, you had to be on the ark. There was no other way to get around that, you know. So we in that same time, man. And the only way to escape that is by the way of being in this truth, you know. So it says, "Fear ye not, neither be afraid." See? So they let you know that report was a troublesome report. It was a warning. It entails evils But the Lord said, fear you not, need to be afraid. It said, have I not told thee from that time? And have I not declared it? See? So the Lord, he tell him, he said, didn't I tell you these things going to happen? You know, we weren't part of that, the evils of that. We was just, we will settle to believe that those evils and get prepared for these things to come. You know, that's why it says, have I not told thee from that time? So being prepared and have declared it, you are even my witnesses. See, it said, is there a power besides me? Yeah, there is no power. I know not any. See, the devil saying, Yahweh Shemel Shai is the only true power of heaven and earth. It's going to be made known when these things starting to take place, man. More, which they already here, but it's going to intensify more and more, man. You know, without help come from Yahweh Shemel Shai, and that's what it's going to take, man. From all these things is about to take place. So yeah, I just hope it will edify. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect, the teachers word in our truth and sincerity. BTA, Abide Babal. Soon